All right. What's going on, guys? I'm going to give it the best that I can. I promise you, as I always do. But yeah, I'm going to steal it right from HD. What's up, guys? Repeat here. No, I'm just kidding. I can't do that. That is his. That is all his. That belongs to the one and only HD Motorsports that we will see live again on Thursday night. But tonight, it's all about these Xfinity guys back from Martinsville, the first ever night race. Can't wait to actually get there live. It's going to be a great time. Tonight in the booth with me, I'll actually have him as a um, an on-track reporter. I'll have the one and only Stout Whiskey, so that should absolutely make Country Girl happy. She's been asking for him for a while now. But yeah, I'm excited about getting this rolling. The truck guys put on one hell of a show the other night. We should have about 25 cars on track tonight, so it should make for even better action all the way around this half-mile paperclip. Again, under the lights. If you've never seen this track before, if you didn't get the DLC or whatever, you'll notice that man, it looks absolutely amazing. Um, it's gonna be a lot of fun. But before we can do that, while these boys are qualifying, we're gonna go ahead and send it on over to Madison Rising. As always, they've allowed us to use their national anthem to set off every single NNR race this year. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, please rise and remove your hats.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallant
right. Once again, big, huge thank you to Madison Rising. Um, guys, go check them out. Look them up on YouTube. Look them up on Facebook. Google them. They are America's most patriotic rock band. They've actually got a lot of really cool songs. I'm still gonna try to reach out to them, like I mentioned on Sunday, and I think like once last week, to see if they'll allow us to um, use a couple of other songs maybe before the 600 or something like that. Have a little bit of a Madison Rising concert. See if I can get that put together. It should be a lot of fun. But yeah, tonight it's all about these Xfinity guys live from the lit up Martinsville half mile speedway. Strikers, yeah, Striker, I'm gonna get to you here, buddy, in just a little bit. We all definitely wish you a lot of strength right now. Both you and Bill's Legend. You're dealing with the very recent passing of your grandmother, and Bill's Legend had to fly from Florida up to Buffalo, New York, to be with his grandfather. So man, it's been a rough start to 2020 for the NNR family, um, but we're gonna get this sorted out. We're gonna push on. We're gonna persevere. Got a whole lot of backbone to help support our community. We're always there for each other. But man, you're definitely thought about, Striker. Absolutely. Um, Tonight I will have a couple of onboards. I'll have the video from NNR Cowboy, formerly Cowboy Matt, and also Boehner. Boehner's actually going for 3 wins out of the last 4 races, so good luck to him. Looks like their qualifying is over, and they're just excuse me, kind of running down the clock. I'm going to grab another Halls here. Hopefully I can choke this down. Um, but I mentioned earlier that I will have none other than Stout Whiskey in the somewhat in the booth with me, but not really. He will be out on track in the car running Bill's colors in support of his grandfather's recent passing. Um, but that doesn't mean we're thinking any less of everything that you're dealing with right now, Striker. But we're definitely gonna be kicking this off pretty soon. You may hear me, you know, leave and come back. I'm still a little under the weather, but I'm feeling better than I was last week, so that is a good thing. It means I'm on the mend. Um, And man, if these Xfinity guys can do anything like what the Cup guys did the other night, or the truck guys did the other night, this should be a great race. Speaking of great races, great racers, and whatnot, guys, please go to nnrleague.com. Coach Girl, what's up? Please go to nnrleague.com and go to online vote. And please vote. Excuse me again. I'm getting too excited here. Um, Vote for the person that you want to see in the All Star race, no matter what. I got to try to calm down here just a little bit. I'm getting too coffee. I don't want to do that just yet. Um, but yeah, it's been a there's so many people going back and forth. I'm the best. I'm the best. I'm the best. I'm the best. They're all trying to psych each other out and what get into each other's heads. And we're still, 4 or 5 days away from the actual race. The race to race their way in starts on Saturday, right around 7 o'clock Eastern. The actual All Star race should start right around 8 o'clock. Um, there were 18 drivers that were locked in based on either wins or points or whatnot. Then there's going to be 3 that are going to race their way in, the top 3 from the All Star Showdown, I guess call it, and then you'll have 3 that are voted in. So you have 18, the 3 that race their way in, and the 3 that that are voted in. So head on over nnrleague.com, submit your vote. You can only vote once. I tell you what, some of these people need to step up their game to get their votes in. I don't know if you've seen Coey's video, either on Twitter or on Facebook, about his plea for that All-Star vote, but the guy put a ton of time into a short video. Man, he's got some PowerPoint skills or whatever. I don't know, but man, it done pretty amazing. And as you just heard, I think none other than the one and only Mr. Stout Whiskey has found his way into the booth before he actually works his way into his car. Stout, how you doing?
I'm good, man. Dude, that video is sick, dude. That's
Oh
a
yeah,
sick video.
yep. He needs to create one for me as an intro, like what HD had for last year or whatever. Man, that's some skill.
More skill than I got, that's for sure.
And country girls ready in chat screaming your name. Never mind, that sounded really wrong.
Uh,
I will just say she's in big capital letters. Stout.
What's up,
yeah.
country?
I country girl, I did the whole green tea with lemon. I don't know whether it's working or not, but it looks like their qualifying is done. Stout, maybe you could shed a little light on that poll.
Oh yeah, man. So let's see here. So Shadilac's got the pole. Let's see here. We're gonna have Evil Within starting second. Boehner is starting third. Sledgehammer is gonna be fourth. Sully's fifth. Bowling is sixth. Let's see here. Where's seventh place? Seventh will be Fatless Dig. Eighth is NNR Xfinity. Ninth is the Mountain. Dude, whenever I see the Mountain, I always think of Game of Thrones. And
Yep.
then starting 10th will be Parzival. So that's your top 10.
All right, not bad. So Shadilac earning that very important pole on a track that's man, all about track position. So good for him. What do we got? I think it's 25 just about cars like tonight.
23 of us.
23 of us. All right. And I understand you're running the colors for Bill's Legend. For anybody that don't know, Bill's had to actually take a flight from Tampa, Florida, up to Buffalo, New York, to be with his grandfather, and unfortunately, Bill's his grandfather had passed. So a lot of our thoughts are with Bill's, also Stryker. We all heard the sad news this morning that his grandmother passed. So it's kind of a sad day for the NNR community. Just recently, Carol's grandfather passed, and we're still all of our thoughts are still with baby Ethan. Still, NNR still running Ethan strong. So I'm sure Bill's absolutely appreciates you running his colors tonight, Stout.
Absolutely. Well, I to run with Bills in NAO, which is JPI, and I forget who else runs that league with him. So getting to know some of these guys that actually run an Xfinity, but they are in the JPI army or whatever. I asked him. I was like, hey man, I got a couple more races I can run in Xfinity. I was like, who cares about the 60 car, man? I was like, I'll hop in the 29. I'm a huge Dolphins fan. I was like, with Bill's colors for you. And he said, dude, that'd be awesome. So,
well, man, I'm sure he absolutely appreciates it. I brought up all the fixins for tonight's race. Got your Xfinity points rolling, got our league or community information up on top. So please, again, go to nnrleague.com and cast vote for our All-Star race. Again, Saturday night's the race to get in, starting right around 7 o'clock. 8 o'clock is the main. Again, 18 cars are already locked in. 3 will race their way in from that exhibition race, and then 3 will get your vote. So again, nnrleague.com, cast your vote. Stout, Bills legend actually just popped in the chat and says, I appreciate it, Stout, with big old red, white, and blue hearts. So he's there, and I'm sure he's pulling for you on all those short lefts you're going to be making.
I appreciate it. This is gonna be interesting for me, Pete. I was telling the guys we're getting ready to go green here, but the power went out at our house earlier, and anyway, it flipped the breaker or whatever in my rabbit ear man cave, and the power outlet that I had my steering wheel in doesn't work, so I don't have any other places to plug my steering wheel in, so I'm running a controller, which is probably
Boy.
gonna be awful, but whatever.
Well, I just got the invite from Smitty, so I'm loading in right now. Did you get yours?
Yes, sir.
Okay, yeah. What am I thinking? You're in the
I'm racing,
you're
man.
in the race, yeah. Striker, I couldn't agree with you more, man. Angels among us, absolutely. Just know that everybody here at NNR, the rest of your online family fully supports you. Thank you to everybody else that's loading up into the race, getting ready to take us green. They should be taking their 2 pace laps, getting ready to set this off. Again, you got the 46 Cadillac. He sent me a picture earlier of what his car was going to look like, and it looks almost like it. I forget what the original scheme was, but man, so yeah, you got the 46 Cadillac. Superflow, that was it. Yeah, perfect. Then you got the 16 of Evil Within. He's going to be another E-Spark driver. You got the 28 of Boehner going for 3 out of the last 4 races. You got 21 of Sledgehammer. You got the 5 of Sully, new guy to NNR. You got the 98 of Bowling. He said he was going to have a fast hot rod tonight. You got the 97 of Fatless Dig, still running that old Kurt Busch John Deere paint scheme. You got the 81, I believe, in this of Smitty. You got the 61 of Mountain, looking like an old Jeffrey Earnhardt paint scheme. There's the 11 of Parzival. And then the 9 of Q-Dog, and I'm going to work my way back up top because we are going green. Looks like the 46 of Cadillac is already going to have a little bit of a challenge here from the 16 of Evil Within. Let's actually go ahead and take a look at an overview video of these guys side to side with the 21 of Sledgehammer right now, P4. Sledgehammer finished 3rd the other night, and he was really hoping he was going to be able to get that W just before he went over and ran the E-Spark race at Las Vegas, which actually turned out to be a great night for our one and only NNR Smitty. Smitty was able to cap that race off with a big old W. Great job by him. Let's see. I'm going to get back down on track here. Back to the 28 of Boehner again. Boehner trying to go for 3 out of the last 4. There's the 5 car, all black 5 of Sully. I tell you what, that black 5 with that gloss paint looks pretty damn good. If I say so myself, looks like the 97 is going to be able to get underneath Bowling here just a little bit. 97 kind of flexing here a little bit. Bowling might have just shot that corner a little too high. And here comes the 61 of the one and only Mountain. Mountain, I tell you what, guys and girls, Mountain has a ton of experience with graphics and videos and things like that. The man actually works for a news, I believe he's like the director or something like that. So when that man snaps his fingers, he expects things to get done. We'll just leave it at that. But no, good luck tonight to Mountain as he's riding here behind the 97 and the 98. 98 again, FNL Bowling. Kind of keep going through the field. Here is the one and only Smitty, your recent E-Spark victor, with the 19 of Cowboy right behind him. Now here comes the 22 underneath the Mountain. Also here comes the 11. 11's going to give a little bit of a challenge. The 11 of course is Parzival. Parzival actually moved up a little bit in. Let me see. Country Color, I have no idea that we're not Genie. I don't know what that means. But okay. Let's see. Bill says to everyone who's running Bill's themes and my own paint schemes and numbers, etc. this week for me and my family, I appreciate it, and I'll see y'all next time on the track. Yeah, Bills, we definitely can't wait
We got you,
to get
Bills.
you back. Hold on one second here. I thought I just heard Stout. Let me turn down the game audio here just a little bit. What was that, Stout?
No, I was just saying we got you, Bills, man. I'm 18th, man. I'm just right in here behind God Power.
Hey, you said in pre-race you're running on a controller,
I'm
so
trying to figure
I
this stuff out again.
don't doubt it one bit. And I tell you what, I've been on a wheel now for well over a year, and yeah, it is absolutely rough to go back. Hell, we saw HD in his tribute race the other night
Oh
or
yeah,
last week at
weaving back and
Dega.
forth.
And yeah, he couldn't hold it straight on a controller either. So you're in pretty good hands. Okay, now I get where you're going with that, country. Mountain needs to understand that we're not genies. Snapping of fingers doesn't work on us. Shit. Yeah, I guess so. Uh huh.
Let me
Let's
know when
see.
you find a spouse that'll do that for you. I'd
Right.
like to have one too.
I wonder if I snap my fingers if my wife would bring me another bottle of water. I don't think so. All right, let's keep going through. Back to the 19 of NNR Cowboy. It's no longer Cowboy Matt. A lot of the guys, like I mentioned during the truck race, took the offer that Xbox gave them and allowed them to change their gamer tag one day this year where there's no cost. So a whole bunch of guys are now showing their community pride and switched over their gamer tag to NNR Cowboy, NNR SWATs, NNR Carroll. So yeah, that's pretty cool when a bunch of guys get together and keep it going. Let's see, back to Soroka running this 22. Tell you what, Soroka had a really fast hot rod in the truck race on Sunday night. He was able to lead and win both of the first two stages, but at the end, it ended up being Watt Racing to go ahead and take the win. But Soroka finished second, so he had to have gained at least a few points. I think there's like a 3-point difference between first and third when it actually comes to the finish. But when you're talking 10 bonus points to each of the stages, you're talking some huge points. Let's keep on going through the field here. Here's the single O of God Power running a Shriners Hospital paint scheme. A lot of guys are really running Ethan strong, keeping this 18-month-old baby boy in all of our thoughts. Jelly Roll just actually had to take a phone call just before we all got on track. As Striker's reaching out saying, "Let's go, Scotty Bell." But yeah, he's running a Shriner scheme. I believe Soroka's running a Shriner scheme for his good friend Jelly Roll. There's still a lot of people pulling for these, even though it's not like a couple weeks ago where we were plugging Ethan Strong like 10 times or more a race. We're still keeping our friends really close. Keep going through. Let's find the 8 of Augustus, another one running the same colors as God Power, the really dark maroon, light. I don't know. Yeah, I guess just dark maroon. If there's any other color, other description than maroon than dark, but with the Shriners hospital on the hood as well.
A cool thing about that is actually a color that we decided on for the Talladega race, just because that's the actual Shriner colors, is that dark burgundy and white.
Yeah, no, I get you. I remember you saying that. It was also the original paint scheme for who was it?
Jack Ingram.
Jack Ingram. There we go. Yeah.
Talking about the old skull car, dude.
Yep.
All these young people know about that.
No, not many will. Absolutely not. Let's see. Silent Killer, thank you very much for the 1-month subscription. Appreciate it, sir. Back to the Striker was just talking about Sammy. Well, tell you what, this Sammy's looks like he's got himself a pretty nice little car. He got loose coming off the corner and collected. It looks like the 95 of Papa Bear, but they were able to keep it going. No caution is on the track right now. Sammy looks like he's really having a hard time controlling that car. Now it looks like Papa Bear's actually kind of got stuck behind that 20, and he's going to have to deal with a whole lot of damage, get that fixed up next time they can get into the pits. That 20 really needs to bring it down pit road and to tighten that thing up before anybody else gets collected. Here's that 29 old stout whiskey, rocking some Bills colors. You got that Bills blue on the hood with the red Mac Tools logo and Exalt on the right rear, Exalt on the left rear, yellow numbers.
Baby.
Oh,
Call
boy.
it out.
Call it out. Look at that car. That looks pretty damn good.
Tell Country Girl I'm about to gobble up old cowboy. Yay, yay.
I'm sure she just heard you. Bot Plays, also known as Outlaw. Thank you very much for the follow, sir. Country Girl says, "Don't you dare." back to the 51 of NNR SWATs, rocking the actual Rowdy Burns colors tonight. Black with the red stripe down the middle, big white numbers on the roof and doors. Looks like he might have cooked that into the corner a little too hot as well, but able to recover. Yeah, Bills. My whole wife's family they're all Bills fans. They live up near Coudersport, Pennsylvania, only about an hour and 45 minutes or so from Buffalo. They're all huge Bills fans. I mean, going to games and having a direct TV only because of the League Pass or whatever it's called. But yeah, and Country Girl's checking in, saying about 40 laps to go. Let me see.
Yeah. Oh no. A goose just hit the wall and then I drew.
Well, Bills, it kind of sounds like there might be some damage that needs to be repaired. I might have to borrow a little bit of your plane fare back home to repair this 29 car. I'll try to catch back up with it. It looks like Jelly Roll is in the pits, and I actually just got a message from him, and it didn't. Let me see.
Yeah, I just got destroyed, guys. A goose has hit and he drilled the outside wall, and then I just killed him.
All right. Yeah, I just got a message from Jelly Roll saying, "I'm sorry, I had to back out. Too much going on right now. I am so sorry. I really am. I love NNR. I'm trying to race, but with we'll replace one word with stuff going on about my son. I'm really sorry, guys. I really am. Jelly Roll, you have absolutely nothing to apologize for. You go. You take care of your family, buddy. NNR is not going anywhere. You'll have a bot if you have to take a break from the community. We completely understand. Just please know that we are all here for you at any point. All right. Please don't back out of any chats, out of Discord, out of anything. You're still very much a member of NNR. So yeah, you hang tough, buddy. You call me if you need me. You text me if you need me. Whatever. I got your back, bud. I'm gonna keep working our way through here. Back to the 28 of Boehner. I kind of missed that restart, but not too worried about that. Excuse me, guys. Sorry about that. I mean to cough in your ear. Here's the 21 Sledgehammer. Let's actually get a front view. Actually, I'm guessing right now the 21 Sledgehammer is your race leader. So Sledge is able to start off after that caution right where he wanted to be after the end of the last race. Let's see if he's actually able to keep it. But just like last race also, he's under heavy pressure. This time from the 22 of Soroka, not the 13 of Soroka. Bill's absolutely family first. Jelly, Ethan Strong, absolutely. Let's see. country girl going on with Coey about where they live, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, we got the race going on. Don't be talking about all that crap right now. Bot Plays, thank you for the 1 month subscription. Appreciate you, sir. Keep going through. Old FNL Bowling, here's a 97. It looks like we've got caution back out on track again. Now, I'm going to go ahead and actually pull up a stream here. Pull up, this time I'll start it with match stream. So okay, so there's about 30 laps left to go in stage number 1. The 21 car of Sledgehammer was just your leader, so I'm going to try to get back up to him.
Yeah, you got Sledgehammer first, Soroka second, Boehner third, Cadillac fourth, and Mountain fifth. It's your top 5.
Can't, man, it's pretty strong.
Solid.
Yeah, pretty solid top 5. But the last I saw, God Power, he wasn't doing too bad. Actually, right there, you see him in that maroon single O, right behind the 46 of Cadillac. So he's restarting here in P6 as we go back to green. Looks like the 46 is under a little bit of pressure here from the 28 of Boehner. You got the 21 of Sledgehammer just in front of these two. I'm actually going to get back down to the hood view. Watch the first and second as they go. Sledgehammer and Soroka. Soroka high on the outside, going to get a great run off the corner. 21's going to be able to actually stay door to door with him, but Soroka's going to be able to outbrake him getting into the corner. 21 braked a little bit earlier. Here comes the 46 on the outside to pull alongside the 21. 46 is going to be able to complete that pass. That's going to drop the 21 back to P3, but the 28 of Boehner is going to go ahead and challenge him as well. It really seems like most people are getting this 21 getting into the corner, so they're actually out-braking him and then pulling him off, which means they're getting a better run off the corner than the 21 of Sledgehammer is right now. Usually you can adjust for things like that with a little bit of tire pressure, maybe go up a little bit on that right rear, or maybe down a little bit on the left rear. That way, as the run goes up and your car starts to loosen up, you don't get too loose off the corner and loop it around. We haven't really seen a whole lot of that. We did see Sammy getting a little bit loose earlier, but for the most part, these guys are keeping it clean, keeping it green. 16's taking a little bit of the a little bit of Dan the lawn man's job, cutting the grass.
Cutting the grass
yeah,
there, yeah.
Going through that corner.
It's funny because he was right there beside the hand in hand.
Yeah. Let me see. Coey's asking me about Sully, but I didn't see it. Yeah, J-Pa, I got to agree with you. The track looks amazing under the lights. The truck race the other night was really good. These guys so far are putting on a great show as well. As you see, the 28 of Boehner getting underneath the 46 of Cadillac. Boehner's now going to go ahead and try to set his eyes on that 22 of Soroka. Soroka right now is in the same position he was in during the truck race the other night. He led the first stage, led the second stage, but wasn't able to put it all together to come away with the W. Right now, nobody's really walking away from anybody else. It's all very, very close, very competitive. It's but you're still seeing some of the same guys up front tonight. And this is the reason why most of these guys are really getting prepared for the All-Star race on Saturday night. The ones that you see up front pretty much week in and week out are the ones that are going to be running for the All-Star title. And not only will they be running for that title, but I'm not going to say that it's going to be the winner, but somebody in the All-Star race will actually walk away with another prize thanks to a donor. I'm not giving any more information than that, but there will be somebody in that race that will walk away with a really nice prize.
Experience maybe hard as shit for 10th place. Oh, she's only with.
Here's 21 of Sledgehammer, now under threat from the 97 of Fatless Dig. Fatless Dig having a pretty good run tonight. Normally you don't see the 97 run too excuse me, run too aggressive, but he just shoved the nose underneath that 21 and pushed his way through the corner. He didn't slam him or whatever and get him up. He did it just the right way. He gave him a little bit of a tap on the bumper, turned under him, gassed it up, and away he went. So that was probably one of the cleanest bumping runs I've seen in about a week. So good job, fellas. All right, so Cody was asking about Sully. Here is Sully running that jet black electric machine with the number 5 on the side. Car actually looks pretty good under lights. You see all the lights glaring off the gloss in the paint scheme. Yeah, Striker. There's going to be a really nice prize awarded to somebody. Again, it may not be the winner. You could finish 10th and maybe win this prize. I'm telling you, it's going to be amazing. And not only that, guys, if you're not already a follower of my channel, please go hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button, show some love. Then hit the notification so you never miss an NNR race. When we go to the All-Star race, somebody in that audience, that's what we'll call it, could actually win a 50th edition Bruton Smith signed diecast for the All-Star race. It's from the 2004 race, and the one and only Mountain has actually offered it up. As long as, and there's that clause, as long as we have 50 or more viewers watching the race that night. So once we hit that 50, it's going to unlock a couple of questions. As Country Girl's saying that there's 10 to go left in stage 1, so I'll actually start working my way back up towards our leader, which I'm pretty sure is probably still the 22 of Soroka, but he was having, there were a couple people kind of challenging him, but yeah, so once we reach 50 viewers that night, it's going to unlock a couple of questions. Some just basic details about that race. About Bruton Smith, and I'm sure some of these younger people, they may have to go and Google who Bruton Smith is, but it's a really nice diecast. It was tweeted out earlier, also sent out on Facebook. Go check it out. And while you do that, also go to nnrleague.com and cast your vote for who you want to see go through in the All-Star race if they're not already locked in. The site is on the top left of your screen right now, nnrleague.com. Go ahead, go cast your vote. I'll be here, I promise. There's 22 Soroka.
You said Bruton Smith signed it?
Yep, it is signed by Bruton Smith. It's got the certificate of authenticity and everything.
Yeah, for any of you people that don't know, it's some Bristol, Texas, Vegas, Charlotte. What else am I missing here?
Charlotte.
New Hampshire. I said Charlotte. I think I did.
Oh, did you? Okay.
Maybe I didn't. Atlanta. So he's got the cookie jar for sure.
Boy, I tell you what, right now we're watching an amazing battle. The 22 of Soroka is under heavy pressure from the 28 of Boehner. Soroka tried to use the 9 car of Q-Dog as a little bit of a pick, but he wasn't able to work. Boehner actually took that going too wide down the front stretch. So right now, Boehner has a great car. He's putting a whole lot of pressure, again, like I said, onto this 22, as the 22 is going to try to work his way around the 20 of oh boy, I just lost.
Who is it?
The 20.
Oh, it's Sammy Sung.
Sammy Sung. There we go. Sorry about that, Sammy. The paint scheme kind of threw me off. It's kind of dark, but yeah. So looks like we had 5 laps to go here, just a little bit. So unless Boehner can pull off some kind of last lap or two magic. Right now, Soroka looks like he's set to lock down the first stage, get max points there. He's working his way under the 2 car of Duman. So right now, Duman would be the first car to get his lap back, and that is the stage. So first and second are nose to tail. First is, as you see here on your screen, the 22 is Soroka and the 28 of Boehner. Boehner is putting a whole lot of pressure on him. Qdog should be first car 1 lap down.
Yeah,
so who get that lucky dog?
So Soroka, Boehner, Shad, Sully. That was your top 4, and I'm sorry it turned off on me.
That's okay. No, you're good. So Coey, again, you were asking where Sully was. That he's taking that number 5 electric machine to the top 5 and running pretty strong. It looks like. Let's see here.
Yeah, before we get pitting here, so Parzival was Gustis was 6th, Stout Whiskey was 7th, Smitty 8th, Killer 9th, Roddy Burns was 10th. So that's your top 10.
Stout Whiskey, who is that? I've never heard of him.
Man, worked up. Yeah,
I tell
you. Yeah, ought to be able to throw it.
All right, we're going to rack them and stack them back up again. Here's short track style under the lights at Martinsville Motor Speedway. The 22 is Soroka, the 5 on the outside, 46 is Cadillac, 29 of old Mr. Stout Whiskey. Inside him, got the 28 of Mr. Boehner. Then you got the 8 of Augustus, 46 under a little bit of pressure already. I wouldn't think Boehner would take it easy, especially on a restart. That's where your tires are the cleanest, the greenest. That's where they got the most grip, and you're got to be ready to rip. Hey, look at that! A poet didn't even know it. Hey, what do you know? Let's keep on going through here. Let's see. Stryker putting the link in chat, nnrleague.com. Click on All-Star Vote option bar in the top left. Click on your driver who fill out the 3 questions and submit. 3 questions are first name, last name, and your email address. You may only vote 1 time. 1 time only, please. Duplicate votes will be deleted. All right, and I tell you what, I'm gonna find old. Let's actually pick on Mr. Boehner here. We're gonna take a little bit of a ride along here, and let's go through a crank it up session. What do you think? Go ahead and turn it up. Yeah. All right, so yeah, that's a few laps riding along here with the 28 of Boehner. Still trying to figure out a way around the 46 of Cadillac, and it looks like behind him nothing
You behind me,
right
Master?
now.
Good.
Say what?
Nothing. I was talking to my teammate here.
Okay, 10-4. Let's see. I'm actually gonna go ahead and turn your audio up here just a little bit. I'm not sure if it was coming along a little low or not, but now just to be sure, we got you turned up. Here comes the 5 of Sully. A little bit of a challenge between him, the 28 and the 46. I'm sure Sully right now is saying, all right, yeah, you guys just go ahead and just get on together just a tad, and I'll be sure to work my way right by. But it looks like Boehner's going to go ahead and fall in right behind that 46. Here comes the 5. Here comes the Goose, your current points leader. Trying to work his way past that 5. Wasn't able to that time. But we're going to take it a little bit further back in the field. Check out these red, white, and blue colors. Almost looks like a Superman car for the 21 of Sledgehammer. Nice looking paint scheme. He actually tweeted out earlier he might run this paint scheme for the rest of the year. That's how much he likes it. J-Posh checking in the chat again, saying vote for Zach Meredith. Yeah, hey, there's no rule against lobbying for other drivers whatsoever. You know, there's
I voted for J-Paw. I'll go on the record and say it. J-Paw's my dog.
well, there you go, J-Pod. You know you got one in the bank from the one and only Stout Whiskey.
Sorry, Cody.
There's 98 of Bowling, last week's winner. Bowling was able to break up a little bit of a string that Boehner was on. Boehner won 3, wanted to go for 4 in a row, and Bowling said, not tonight. And Bowling was able to put it into victory lane. Yeah, Coey, I said that. You ain't got to yell in chat. I said 1 vote per person. Go to bed, old man. 97 of Fatless Dig. I every week I see this car, I think Kurt Busch, John Deere. And I say I'm going to tweet out a picture of what that car
Chad
looked like.
Little.
Yeah, or Chad Little, yeah. I'm gonna get that tweet out. In fact, you know what? I'm gonna get a tweet out right now. Oops, I just hit the button on my controller. There we go. I'm gonna get a tweet out right now while we're sitting on this car, so everybody knows exactly what I'm talking about. And let's see, where is? I want to switch over to here. Y'all want to know what I'm talking about? Stay by. And watch, we have deleted the picture from my phone.
98.
Yeah, I must have, because I don't see it anymore. But anyway, I'll find it again and get it back out. 81 is Smitty working his way under the 61 mountain. Behind them, just saw the 9 to Q-Dog. I tell you what, I told Q-Dog in a party the other day. I think it was in a party, or it might have been over Messenger. But that silver paint scheme that he runs every week, that's a pretty nice, very clean.
Yeah, it's pretty sick.
Paint scheme. Yeah. Speaking of Noah Gragson, Stout, I'm sure you saw the reveal of his new car for Daytona here in just a couple days. That Bass Pro black coffee, black rifle coffee, or whatever it is. Oh man, that thing looks sweet. I can't wait to see that thing on track. That's going to be a great. That'll be a great die cast as well.
Yeah, no, it's a sick ride. The cool thing about, I'm sure you saw in the Cup chat, Natty talking about him earlier.
Yep.
Yeah, he's a cool kid.
Go ahead and share about it.
Yeah, I mean, my mom and dad actually, run and operate the Junior Motorsports souvenir trailer. So I get to hear them talk about, everybody that they represent, and they absolutely love Noah, and Noah absolutely adores my mom. So I guess technically we're brothers.
Yeah, one of the wins that Noah got last year, didn't he actually send for your mom to come off the trailer and celebrate with him in Victory Lane?
No, yeah, well, that was actually Justin Allgaier. Noah and Justin both promised my mom, because mom was like, I've never got to go to Victory Lane, and Noah and Justin were like, what? So they promised my mom then that, hey, if we win a race, whoever wins a race first, we get you in Victory Lane. Sure enough, they did, man. It was really.
Man, that is really cute. That's really cool. So anybody out there, whether you watch this now or watch this later, next time you're at a race, whether it's Daytona or Atlanta or Charlotte or Martinsville when we go, whenever, stop by the Junior Motorsports hauler, say, hi, are you Mrs. Nope? If she says yeah, well, you know what? Say thank you, because she absolutely deserves it. And Stout, we're glad that you're able to share these stories. That's pretty cool. I know that there's other people in here that get to actually game with some of the NASCAR drivers like Chase and Bubba and Blaney. I'm not going to name any names because don't want them to get blown up. But yeah, I mean, the people that are within this community know some of those people in that community as well.
Absolutely.
So, man, it's actually really, really cool. Checking in with the 19 of NNR Cowboy Matt, whatever you want to call him. I'm actually going to go ahead and check in on his stream here right quick, not just for a looks. Okay, no, I thought I saw something about a caution, but nope, there wasn't. Let's take a look. Right now, it looks like Matt is running in P17. Looks like they're running right around lap 25 of 66 out of stage 2. He's running right around a mid 20-second lap, so not too far off of where he probably should be, especially this deep in a run. Good job, Matt. Keep it plugging away. Get back to my stream, and let's check in on one other detail here.
Sammy, wall.
Gotta love the walls, but you're supposed to stay away from them. And caution is out. I'm guessing that's where that just came from, huh?
Yep, Sammy. It's like in poor Sludge got paid the price for it, so.
Gotcha. I never sent out a tweet saying that we were live. So, guess what I'm doing?
Sending out a.
Here we go. We are live from Martinsville. All right. All right. Oh, yeah. Sounds like there was a little bit of contact between Sammy and in the wall. The wall will win every time. I mean, you may hit it hard enough to explode the foam barrier behind the wall, but it's still gonna rimple a few feathers. Back to 22 and the 46 on the front row. Looks like the 11 of Parzival right now showing some muscle, sitting there in P3 with the 28 of Boehner right now P4. First through fourth are all kind of nose to tail. Behind them, they're side by side. Behind them, you'll actually find the 5 car of Sully. And then the 39 of Master Killer, 81 of Fort Smitty. Pete, you just literally faced our country girl. You just literally face palmed, huh? Well, I hope it didn't hurt too much. You don't want to knock those curls straight. Go back to the field here. Check in on the 21 of Sledgehammer. Right now, Sledge is a little bit deeper in the field, right behind the, right in front of the 19 of Cowboy, but behind the 61 of Mountain. Then you got the 97 of Fatless Dig, 2 car of Dooman, 51 of Swats. Got a whole pack there riding a little bit further in the back. Here's the 98 of Bowling, just ahead of Augustus. I love these restarts. I absolutely love these restarts.
I do too. Me and Smitty are just beating out each other for ninth and fifth.
Those curls aren't natural, huh? Well, that's okay. I had natural curls when I was a kid. Yeah, now I have like no hair, so we're good. Gonna keep on going. There's Smitty and old Mr. Red, White, and Blue. I wouldn't want to be in your shoes at the end of the night, though. 30 laps remaining left here in stage 2. This really has been pretty much the Soroka show since the drop of the green flag. Looks like we got a couple cars around in 1 and 2. I don't know if that's going to bring out the caution before they get righted. It doesn't.
Actually, just got disconnected.
Nope,
I just got disconnected.
Okay, well, I'll send you an invite.
I just hate that it just disconnected me, and I probably wrecked like 10 people there, didn't I?
Accidents happen, man. No big deal. But there you go. Sent you an invite.
Thank you.
Yep. Well, you were around, and now I see the 9 car of Q Dog is around. He's trying to get it righted. Good game. Good thing the game actually ghosts these cars, kind of taking it back a few games. Good to see. It used to be where you had to hit the Xbox button if you wanted to ghost. Going back to what was it, like Heat Evolution or something like that. But no, anymore. If you're around, the game will ghost it to make sure you don't take out the rest of the field. Keep going back up here. Catch back up with the 22 of Soroka. Still under a lot of pressure from the 46 of Shadilak. Now I know a lot of these Team Ramrod guys have been all over the place, whether it's in Cup or Xfinity or Truck. They're still trying to get that 1, 2, 3. They haven't been able to do it yet. Tonight could be a good night for it. So we'll have to see how that pans out. But Soroka right now is definitely taking care of his part of that. Still leading this 46 around. Soroka has definitely got Martinsville figured out as they get by the lap car, the 95 of Papa Bear. Papa Bear, another one. I'll tell you what, getting to be very, very active on both Facebook and Twitter, talking about the races and the community, and saying, hey, come watch, check this out, loading up small videos and whatnot. Papa Bear, we absolutely appreciate every effort that you make towards bringing more and more community awareness. We're glad you're here. I know you told me that this really isn't one of your best tracks, but man, I tell you what, for it not to be one of your best tracks and still want to run the truck and the Xfinity race, man, I give you all that more, much more credit towards running here with NNR, because you're getting to be a staple here, bud. Keep it up, keep digging, and good luck, Papa. You loaded in, bud? I'm going to take that as a not yet, or you away for maybe a beverage. Yeah, right now, Soroka, he's starting to gap that 46 a little bit. We'll have to see how his car is on the long run. Right now, once it seems like they got around Papa Bear, I'm not sure if Shadilak maybe needed a little extra room, but Papa Bear was in the center of the corner, not quite sure. But Soroka is definitely stretching this out here just a little bit as he comes up on the 20 car as Sammy Sung. Sammy's going to go ahead and take it low and say, go on, Soroka. I know you're faster than me. I'm not going to get in your way. Good job, Sammy. Back to the single-o of God Power. Somebody's asking where he was earlier. He's looking right now like he's probably in, I'd say P5 through P10. Not too bad. Here's the 39 of Master Killer. Haven't really talked much about him tonight. He's another one, running Bill's colors. It's paint scheme's almost, I don't want to say identical to what Stout Whiskey was running, but still beautiful paint scheme. Very, very clean. Doesn't look like he's got any damage to that 39 Mac Tools machine at all. Looks really, really good. All right. Here's the 8 of Augustus. Again, running the same paint scheme as God Power in that single zero. '69, old Rowdy Burns, another one running Bill's colors. A lot of guys out here doing this. Yep, Striker saying, tell your friends, tell your neighbors, come check us out. Build the community, folks. I couldn't agree more. Looks like the 20 of Sammy got really, really tight and had to let it wash up towards the wall. Again, staying out of the way of the leaders, allowed the 46 of Shadilak and the 28 of Boehner to get by without any kind of incident. There's the 29 old Stout Whiskey parked on pit road. Unfortunately, blown it up for tonight, but he should be out of the car and on his way up to the booth with me here pretty soon. He's got a work his way under the tunnel in turn 3, and I'm sure he'll be up in just a second. And again, of course, Jelly Roll, we mentioned earlier that he had to back out to take care of his family. Jelly Roll, family first, man. Family and life first. Here's 2 with Dooman. Haven't really talked a whole lot about Dooman, but he was running pretty strong earlier. Not quite sure where he is on track right now, but I'm sure Dooman's looking forward to some wider, greener tracks here in the very near future, such as the All-Star race coming up on Saturday night, 7 o'clock Eastern, 8 o'clock for the main, 7 o'clock for the race your way in. Again, there are 18 cars that are locked in. 3 cars will get into the main by virtue of finishing position, and then you'll have 3 that get voted through. Stout Whiskey made it known earlier that he's went ahead and voted for J-Paw to work his way in. That's not a bad pick. J-Paw is always quick, always clean, probably one of the cleanest in the community. Always pushes that 22 to its limits, and he's not he's not afraid to back it down and say, you know what, you want to tear your stuff up first, go right ahead, give the position up, but he always catches them back up later on. Country Girl saying there's 10 laps to go left in stage 2. Soroka.
If you could send me another invite.
Yep, I sure will. Soroka was your leader. He did have a little bit of a charge from the 46, but 46 fell back after they got around the 95 Papa Bear. There you go. Right now, 46 trying to fend off the 28 of Boehner. Boehner really seems like he has a very good long-run car. He's going to try to really gas it up off the corner, keep that 46 side by side. 46 going to actually go ahead and edge away just a little bit. Going to fall back nose to tail, but still, right now, this is all about Soroka. Soroka is about to complete just the exact same thing he did the other night. Win stage 1, win stage 2. Let's see if he's able to put it all together tonight and take the race as well. I can't think of another person this year that has won both stages and the race. Soroka could be the first. Stout, you got loaded in, bud.
Oh yeah, man. I'm actually right in on Shad. You know, talking about Soroka, dude. The cool thing with Soroka too is like if you guys go and look at the races completed on Xbox, or excuse me, the races won. Soroka's won over 700 races, all racing on it, and that's just Heat 4 alone. So that's just insane.
That is really, really good. Big battle. I mean, yeah, you figure. I say this every week. I know a guy coming from the dirt. Now I recently found out that Rowdy Burns came from the dirt and whatnot too. But the guy coming from the dirt, the amount of laps that him and Jelly Roll turn every week in order to make sure they've got a good piece to bring to the track, it's just it's unreal. Still, very heated battle right now between the 28 of Boehner, 46 of Shadowlack. Boehner to the inside, 46 to the outside. Boehner may have the edge up here, but they're still going to pull side by side. Going into 3 and 4, I think this might be for the stage right here. We'll have to see if Boehner's able to get into the gas. I don't. Oh, 46 Shadowlack at the line for the end of stage 2. So there it is. Soroka, stage 1, 10 points. Stage 2, another 10 points. And now a great battle between Boehner and the 46. So, man, great battling, great hard racing between two friends. Looks like you had the 19 of Cowboy Matt right behind him. I think that's 19 anyway. Nope, I'm sorry, that's the 11 of Parzival, and then you had the 5 of Sully. So that should round out your top 5. So it would be Soroka, Shadowlack, Boehner, Parzival, and Sully. Again, I don't think Parzival was a lap down. I think he's still on the lead lap.
Nah, Parzival's on the lead lap.
All right, 10-4. Let's go ahead and actually pull up Boehner's stream this time. And see how many laps stage 3 is. Let's take a gander.
110-ish, 112-ish.
That sounds about right. So we're gonna start off with the 16 on the inside of the 28. Then you got the 46 on the inside of the 22, the 11 on the inside of the 5. And in the time it took me to say that, it's already all different. So yeah, turn 1 and 2, different braking points, different gas points. Nobody really got into each other, but right now Boehner showing P1, Evil Within P2, Soroka P3, Shadowlack P4, Parzival P5. Top 5 very strong tonight, Stout.
This is the first time I've seen Soroka face traffic, so it'll be interesting.
Yep, I said the same exact thing in one of the truck restarts the other night. He started outside and he got used up big time. I mean, everybody was bumping him and nudging him and pushing him out of the way and whatnot. And he ended up falling from like P2 all the way back to P7. And during the stream, I mentioned all he's really got to do now is just find a hole on that low line and work his way in. He's got a fast car, just like he had a fast truck the other night, to just start picking people off, work his way back up. As long as he doesn't overcorrect any adjustments on the car, he should be good to go.
I'm trying to locate him here, man, but second to third is like, I don't know, a good 15 to 20 car lengths at least. And I don't Parzival was third, and I couldn't tell who was working away under Soroka. It's another blue car. I just can't tell who it is.
That Evil Within fell back. That blue car was 22.
It's actually Bowling's. So
yep,
Soroka
FNL
got in
Bowling.
front of
Yep,
Bowling.
98.
And someone's around. Who is that? Brother.
Oh, whoever it was righted themselves up. Looks like they're back on the right path. Yeah, we really haven't talked much about Bowling tonight. Again, he sent me a message saying he's going to have a really fast hot rod. So it looks like he's coming through with that promise, kind of running a very similar IROC paint scheme, kind of like what y'all ran at Talladega a few weeks back. And he's plugging right along, staying in the tire tracks of the 22 is Soroka. Soroka's staying right behind the 11, and the 11 he's still trying to run down that 46, which is checked out a little bit. Here's the 39 of Master Killer, right in the tire tracks of that 97 of Fatless Dig, with 21 of Sledgehammer right behind him, and then there's the single O of God Power, the 19 of Cowboy Matt behind him, and then behind Cowboy Matt, or NNR Cowboy now, is the 9 car. Old Q-Dog, another member of J-Paw Army.
Shadowlack was able to get. It's like Parzival is actually reeling these Soroka's all over rear end, and they've actually spaced themselves out just a tad from Bowling here. So,
all right, work my way back up to there. There's Shadowlack. Yep, Shadowlack right now, P1, 28 Boehner, P2. Missing the 22 of Soroka, and if all three were right here, nose to tail, you would have the class of the field, Stout.
Oh, absolutely. I was just looking too, man. It's my good buddy Sledge, dude. He puts a lot of pressure on himself, and just try to tell him just to relax and understand that it's gonna happen. He's gonna win one of these races. Good racer. I mean, he's always finishing up near the top of the field. I mean, hey, I was one of those guys to run good and have stuff not go your way. That's part of racing. But yeah, he's actually in front of my teammate tonight, which is Master Killer. Both of them running those Bills paint schemes.
Yep. And, shout out to you too, man. After Sunday's truck race, I was able to catch part of the East Sparks race over on Zane's channel, and you were running strong. The 42 of a more smoke was running really, really strong. He continuously raced his way up on the high side at Vegas to really get himself in contention. A couple times he led, but he gave a lot of challenge to the likes of Bolt and Brooks, or what you call it.
Yeah, track bar. Yeah,
track bar. There we go. Yep.
Yeah, Amore and I both started in the back of there, and with those green flag pit stops or whatever, I think he was able to work himself up to fourth, and I worked myself up to eighth, and we had started, I think, 19th and 21st. So I had a really good car. I mean, second week in a row, I've got taken out due to someone else, and we'll be nice about it and say that's part of racing. Some of these guys better be glad that these are cyber cars and we don't have to go back to a real garage, because I'd have to do my best impersonation of Bubba.
No doubt in my mind whatsoever. After the truck race, Coey was saying the same thing, that he would not want to be down on pit road after some of the beating and banging and pushing and shoving that went on here on Sunday night with the trucks. But hey, short track, short tempers. Maybe those lights are adding a lot of heat to these guys.
Yeah.
But man, you don't find the racing on these short tracks it's where it's at, man. Like they had that whole thing, my track, my roots. I know, Coey. I actually I thought about that earlier. Stout, I got a question for you, and I'm sure Country Girl wants to know what it's about too. Chocolate ankles. Where did that come from?
I can't remember how it happened, but basically we were messing around. So you and I've talked about how we have such a good group of guys and like how we just goof off. I have 2 or 3 friends that I'm really close with in life, and then the rest of my friends are the guys I race with. I mean, that's just the truth. That's the truth. But yeah, we were joking around one night, and someone said, Stout will let you have the pole if you did something or chugged a bottle of Hershey syrup or something. So anyway, I picked up my right foot, put it in the sink, and I just squirted Hershey syrup all over it. And I might have took my finger and scraped some off and licked it. I can't remember.
Well, there you go, straight from Stout. Man, I would rather. Okay, I'm not going to do that.
Thanks, Pete. Thank you, Pete.
Yeah. I think we've all had some chocolate stories in the past, one way or another. But there you go, Country Girl. Now you know.
That one's actually mild, so whatever.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm sure. Country Girl, next time you see Carroll in the party, ask him how he got the big old goose egg on his forehead in Atlanta. Okay? Hey, Knights, thanks for checking in, saying NNR knows how to party. Yes, we do. Here's the 61 of Mountain, kind of working on the 9 car Q-Dog right now. Again, I gotta say a big thank you to Mountain. He's really been trying very, very hard to work on a bunch of social media links to get. No, I didn't hit Carroll Country. A bottle of Jack hit Carroll, and then the pavement hit Carroll. Yeah. So
Yeah, Carol, you talking about the first night when Carol drank a fifth of Jack and about 25.
yeah, pretty much. Yep. But no, I absolutely did not hit Carroll. Yeah, but um, Atlanta is. Uh, it was a great fun time. You take about 20 NNR guys, you pack them all in a house or a closed hotel, and you hit the go-karts, you hit the restaurants, you hit the races, and yeah, it's a great time. Um, Jelly Roll, thank you for coming back, sir. I hope everything's all right. At the last I saw, the 40.
Boehner's leading. Yeah,
Yep.
Boehner's leading now. Soroka, Shadowlack for second, and well, I take that back. Shadowlack passed him back. So you got it's Boehner first, Soroka, Shadowlack third, and Parzel's in fourth.
Yep. While you were gone, Soroka was able to actually complete both stages. So, big props to your racing and testing buddy. Um, Soroka's put on a clinic. As you can see, he's really able to get around these corners. I mean, he is on that apron all the way through, not really straying far, allowing the car to turn before getting back into gas. I don't think it'll be long at all before the 22 of Soroka is back on the on that rear deck lid of Boehner and really putting some pressure on him. They've got about 90 laps left to go here in the final stage, and it's going to be great as Soroka continues to track down that 28. I don't think it's going to be long at all, Stout.
I agree with you. Be interesting. I'm actually focused on that. I'm focused on Soroka's car, but I got it like in the TV broadcast, and it's sweet, man. Like when it does the end of the straightaway is there on the wall, whatever.
Yeah.
See, every lap he's just a little bit closer, bit closer. So.
Yep, inch by inch, foot by foot. Yep, absolutely. Yeah, Jelly Roll, I know, man. You and I feel like I'm a broken record at times with 70 laps to go. That I talk about the amount of time that you and Soroka put into each and every track, whether you're running just one series or two, to make sure that you guys come with a great car. It's not just a short run car; it's always a long run car. Even though Soroka in his post-race interview for the after the trucks, he mentioned that his truck was getting loose. I never saw it, so if his definition of loose is just a slight break, man, he looks for perfection out of his car or truck every week, and man, judging by his performance, he's really got it, and he is putting a whole lot of pressure right now on the series points leader of Augustus. Augustus right now in this 8, he's back, I want to say about 6th or 7th. I don't think he's actually been in the top 5 for the last 2 stages, so Soroka has absolutely made up a ton of points on Augustus tonight.
Yeah, I think Augustus actually finished 5th or 6th, maybe in that second stage. Augustus actually started in the back with me, and we had worked our way up.
There you go. Let's see, 2-car do, man. Here's the 95 old Papa Bear. I don't know if I ever told you, Stout. I unless you've gone back and watched the stream where I've talked a little bit about Papa Bear, but Papa Bear is originally from, I think, like Massachusetts, and he's got most of his family up there, and he actually moved to Randleman for work or semi-retired. I'm not quite sure, and him and his family stay in contact through either just a text chat or a Facebook chat or something like that. And his family logs in and watches the races. And not too long ago, when I was on him, just like I am right now, his daughter went ahead and went to YouTube Live, and carried it off for a while. For his family to say, you know what, Dad, yeah, I'm gonna follow you. That's pretty cool. I mean, getting the whole family behind something that your dad likes to do, I think that's amazing. Um,
You know,
let's see.
you're never too old. You know, I got kids. You have kids,
Yeah.
correct? Is that
Yep.
right? It's never too old to continue to be a parent to your kids, and that's amazing. I'm 36. My mother and father are both in their mid-50s, so it's just cool that it's a cool way for them to stay involved. And it's one of those things that if you stay involved in what your kids doing, it keeps you young and keeps you invested in what they're doing, and it's just another way to show them love. So
Absolutely. Bills, welcome back. Saying just came back. What I missed? Well, you missed Soroka walk away with both stages. So far, the classes of the field, I've got to say, are the 46, the 28, the 22, the 11 of Parsonsville's been pretty close. The 16 of Evil Within has been, in the top 5 or close to it all night long as well. Unfortunately, Stout blew a motor, so he's here in the booth, able to get out of that car and walk through the tunnel in turn 3, work his way up to hang out with me, and we're talking about him. He's still got a couple strong horses in this race. Stryker checking back in again, saying, "Hear ye, hear ye! NNR All-Star Race is closing in fast. Get your vote in for the fan vote to the driver of your choice on the ballot to get in on fan vote." Yeah, but yep, pretty much got the point there. Head on over nnrleague.com. Click on the fan vote. Pick a driver. You can only vote one time. Any additional or extra or forward or fake or whatever ballots will be discarded. If you got a favorite, vote them out. Again, 18 cars are locked in for Saturday night's race. That race will air at 8 o'clock Eastern. The race your way in, or the exhibition race, I guess we can call it, will take place at 7 o'clock Eastern. That's where everybody's not locked in will have a chance to race their way in. The top 3 get in, and then you've got the 3 that get the most amount of votes will work their way in as well. They'll race irregardless. So yeah, nnrleague.com. Also, please be sure to follow us on Twitter if you don't already. That's where we get most of our news out. You'll hear something from either me or Coey or Stout. Mountain has been very, very active on Twitter. CGMX Rose very, very active. There's a lot of guys really picking it up. I think Stout, you actually have more followers than everybody else in the league combined. But man, it's gonna be a great All-Star race. Really looking forward to it. Again, don't forget, if we hit 50 viewers on Saturday night, starting at 7 o'clock, the stream will stay continuous between the exhibition race and the main. The stream is going to stay on. We'll have the post race after the first race to congratulate the top 3 on moving into the main, and then Coey will announce who the vote-ins were. If we reach 50 viewers, that locks a Bruton Smith 50th anniversary diecast of I'm not sure if it's Charlotte Motor Speedway or just the All-Star race or what, but it's going to be a great time. And then also, somebody within that All-Star race is going to win an amazing prize. I can't overstate that. It's really, really nice from one of our community members to kind of donate this this award. Looking forward to catching the responses, live on the air. Looks like the 5 of Sully is on pit road for 4 new tires and gas. Actually, let's follow Sully as he exits the pit road here. Should keep it right on that line, close to the inside wall, and merge his way up. No oncoming traffic for him, so he's able to merge in seamlessly. Good job, pit stop. Good job on that pit stop, Sully. So, Stout, since you're not really a horse in the race anymore, who do you got for tonight?
Well, I mean, if it stays green and there's no issues, Soroka's going to win this race. I mean, he's all over Boehner right now. But I would definitely take Soroka. And if I had to choose a dark horse between now and then in the race, if some crazy stuff happens, I'm gonna go with the Mountain.
Very nice pick. I'm not quite sure where Mountaineer is right now, but man, that's really good. Yeah, Stryker, this community is very much like family, very, very much. Again, buddy, I gotta pass along our condolences to your grandma. We found out that she passed early this morning. Same thing with Bill's. I know you had to take a flight from Tampa, Florida, up to Buffalo, New York, to be with your family after the passing of your grandfather. We got the passing of Carol's grandfather here this last weekend. There's been a string of this here recently within the NNR community. We're all still running Ethan Strong, thinking about Jelly Roll's 18 or 19-month-old baby boy and the medical issues that he's got going on. But yeah, this is very much a community. That's why when I was asked to help out with the streams and all that, and they told me that I'd be working with HD Motorsports, and even before I got my own equipment to broadcast with, I jumped at the chance. The very first stream I watched was the Sonoma winter test race off of Sledgehammer's feed last winter season. So you're talking well over a year ago. And then when NNR came into its own mid last season, and the position opened up to work with HD on his YouTube channel, I jumped at the chance after watching him for 6 or 8 months. So yeah, I'm glad to be here. I'm glad to be part of this community, this family. When we all went to Atlanta, I was friends with some of the people that were going, but still, I know a lot of people talk about the guy, but Brandon Bass invited me, and I grabbed the hotel room because I hadn't paid for my part of the house, but we were still all together every day, all day, and I wouldn't change those memories for anything. That's actually where I got to meet you for the first time, Stout.
Absolutely. No, I mean that was the first time I got to meet everybody for the first time, except for no, that was the first time I met everybody as well. It was, it's kind of one of those things, like, it's kind of cool, but it's also kind of scary because you're gonna meet a bunch of random dudes at the race. You don't really know what to expect. How we just hang out and just drinking, eating, having a good time. How we all went road trips together. How we went to the track and all sat together. It was just it was really cool, man. Really, really cool.
Yeah. Yep. Man, I wouldn't change any of those memories at all. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get on the go-karts. I had actually just had neck surgery, so I was kind of out. In fact, I don't think I'll be doing any go-karts anytime ever soon. But yeah, I'm looking forward to the next meet. By the way, Stout, Section D, Road D, so think Double D at Martinsville. It's the Petty
Easy.
Towers. sitting right off turn 4. Yeah, that's where I'm planning on it. And my wife has actually challenged Carol to shotgun a beer with her. How about that?
Nice.
Yep.
Well, you can tell your wife, she might not be able to catch old stout whiskey. That's there was about from the ages of 19 to 26. I didn't drink beer. I shotgun beer
Yeah,
or I
there you.
funnel beer.
Yep.
So
Got to get it in. Yep. Um, and Knights, I did see your message there about Sterlo. Yeah. We also had the passing of one of Sterlo's grandparents as well. So they usually say it comes in strings of 3. Unfortunately, we've had a little bit more of that, a little bit more than that in as far as bad luck goes with losing family members and family members having medical issues. But man, hopefully pretty soon we can get that all behind us. We can keep the memories of our loved ones near and dear. Press on with our life. Thankfully, anyone that we've lost has had a really long and fulfilling life. Um, you know, we're not talking about kids here, and I don't mean to say that in any sort of way. Most of the people that we've lost have been grandparents. That. I guess that's kind of an upside to it. But Knights
definitely
talk.
a positive in a way,
Yep.
but it's positive, you know.
Yep. Yep. Knight's talking about watching JC make a speech at Golden Corral after I think it was Horn got the waitress to go up and ask him for his autograph. Yeah, almost
uh,
forgot about that. That was pretty cool. Yeah, he stood up behind his chair, sitting across the table from him, and he did. He stood up uh, and took it like a champ. Um, Gave a big old thank you speech, and yeah, that guy can really hold his own. JC's a hell of a guy.
yeah,
Let's
the
see.
best part was too, like you said, tried and you know talked, and I just remember like looking around, random people turn like, what the hell is this guy? And
Right?
yeah, I've still got that picture, and for whatever in the picture, but it's the one of all of us standing over there by the podium, and everybody took a group
Yeah.
picture together.
Yep. I've got those.
It was a good picture.
Let's see. Let's actually get a quick down of our top 5. I've actually pulled up the stream from Boehner. Right now, he is in first. The 5 car of Sully is about 2.5 seconds back. Then you've got the 11 of Parzival in P3. You've got Shadalack in his 46, about 7 seconds back, and then Fatless Dig in that 97, having a great race tonight, sitting there in P7. And Boehner has actually just lapped 9th place. He actually just got around FNL Bowling, and he's got nothing but clean track ahead of him. Now, I do know that we've seen some people go in and down pit road. I'm going to guess because I don't see Boehner's tire light or gas light or anything like that. He's also pitted, which means if he's got that kind of a jump right now on the 22 of Soroka, although as we see here now on the stream, Soroka is in a lot of traffic. He's
Yeah, he's
got,
gonna pile here with Augustus and
yep,
not I can't tell. You got was it Phallus Dig?
got Fatless Dig
Fat
on the outside.
Sledgehammer there. Rowdy Burns.
Yep, Rowdy Burns in the 69. Now, I'm kind of curious. I just mentioned that Fatless Dig was okay. Soroka by the pass on Fatless Dig, Soroka just put himself into P5, but he is 14 seconds back from Boehner, and all this lap traffic is not helping him. And his fight to get back up to some clean air to really start running him down. Although now, as I say that, he's got past the 51 of Swats and the 0
Must have
of
that.
I'm sorry, the 8 of Augustus. He's going to have a bit more clean track to work with. So we'll have to see if the 22 Soroka is able to make up any kind of time now.
Yeah, he must have. Soroka must have had a speeding penalty here. Sure. be that far back. I mean, he could have spun out on his own time. It's just that. I mean, he was within a second and a half of Boehner. Now to be that far back is definitely has some trouble.
Yeah. Well, he was able to navigate a lot of that traffic on this low side, really getting in, out braking, being able to get off the corner really fast. It just goes to show what kind of car that he's had all night long. If you're able to whittle your way through as quickly as it looks like he was just able to, he's still got a fast car. When you look at the front of the car, it doesn't really look like he's got a whole lot of damage. The hood isn't crumpled up anywhere. It still looks pristine. The back deck lid is all in one place. No dents or anything like that. You can definitely tell that this car has spent a lot of time up front. He's just really got to keep on digging to get back to where he's used to. And I'll actually check back in with Boehner, and it looks like there are only 18. Is that right? Only 18 laps remaining. Yeah, I guess that is. So we're under 20 to go. So right now it's Boehner, Sully 4.5 seconds back, Parzival 5.5 seconds back, Shadlack 8.5 back, and then Soroka 14.5 back. So I just don't think that Soroka is going to have any chance. Although Boehner is just now coming into a lot of lap traffic, I'll get back up towards his car here right now and see what he's got to deal with, and see if he's going to be able to work his way through these cars as quick as the 22 was able to with all the traffic that he just dealt with. Let's see, Duman's hard in the outside wall, trying to back it up without really collecting anybody. He's going to get it back up and going. It looks like the field is going to stay green. Let's see. There's a 46 Shadlack, 16 Evil within. There's Boehner. All right, Boehner right now working on the 61. Good friend Mountain. Mountain's on the outside, Boehner on the inside. Boehner's going to be able to complete that pass. Excuse me. Almost. And he's got two more cars ahead of him, and I think that really should be the last couple cars that he'll have to worry about for the rest of the race, and this will make 3 wins in the last 4 races if he's able to complete this out stout.
Yeah, I think he's got it, barring if there's a caution. But I mean, Boehner's Boehner, man. He's been tough, especially on the Xfinity side, and he's been doing a lot better in Cup. He ran really well this past week when we were at New Hampshire. So it definitely, racing never hurts you. Well, that's a lie. I feel like racing, if you're racing, it can really bother you. But if you get a good mix of racing, and especially the car is different, but you're still going around the same track that you're racing on Thursday night. So it definitely can pay dividends and help you, in that sense, as far as getting that preparation and that extra track time.
Yeah. Now, being that you're up here, I know that you can't see what adjustments these guys are making, but having to put in your qualifying picture in the Xfinity, and you've had to do it for Cup. Did you find any similarities between the 2 series cars when you were getting in your practice times?
No, are awful to drive here. Like they're awful. Like, all right, so when the races every car, just so you can see what I'm talking about. Like, they're just it's like trying to drive a World War II Army tank around this place. It's just they're heavier,
Literally pushing
horsepower,
like a dump
whatever.
truck, huh?
Like, it's bad. Like, it's nuts.
Man. Well, kind of glad that I'm up here then. Although I tell you what, I ran a a Martinsville public lobby. HD was in there, and Stryker was in there, and I think Mountain was in there, and there were a few others. I actually won a public lobby here at Martinsville. And anytime you take me to a track where the brakes are included, usually you find me 20 laps down in a 10-lap race. So, um, yeah, man, I am all throttle. Let's see. Keep going. Here's the 22 of Soroka. Now Soroka's got some clean track. He's got the two-car Duman right in front of him. Duman is a lap down, so this isn't for position, but he still needs to dispel of the two-car as quick as he can. Looks like the two is going to stay high, back out of the throttle, let the 22 go. I'm sure if this was real, 22 would have his hand out the window saying thanks for letting me go. I'm going to try to find my way back up to that 28 again, as we've got to be within about 5 laps to go. There's Rowdy Burns, Sammy on pit road, Stout. Unfortunately, your car's sitting there. There's a 51 to 35. Again, the 2 of Duman. Old Papa Bear. There's a 46 of Cadillac. Let's see. Then we got the 16 Evil Within. There's Boehner. All right, 28 of Boehner with, who's that he just passed? He just got past, it looks like the 19 of Matt. And the 16's going to let him go.
Tell you something cool here as a race. Switch over to God.
All right, I don't think Boehner's really going to have any issues. I think we can do that pretty safely. Let's see, there's 5, Bowling, Fatless, Smitty, Mountain, Parzival, Q-Dog, Cowboy, Soroka, God Power. There we go. God Power's on pit road.
Yeah, and if put it in, change the camera, TV mode.
Yep.
And it's actually the camera sitting up in turn 1, and it just stays there the whole time. You see everything going on. Pretty cool.
Oh yeah. How about that? As
That's
it looks like we're just now coming to the finish, and it looks like Boehner is going to chalk up another one. Congratulations, Boehner. I'm going to go ahead and pull up his stream here right quick, grab us a top 3. It looks like it's going to be Boehner, Sully, brand new to NNR, and then Parzival. I talked to Parzival, or not even talked to him. I mentioned in the pre-race that I never really got a chance to talk to Parzival, ask him how he's doing, blah, blah, blah. He says, yeah, I'm kind of one of those under the radar kind of guys. But it looks like it's going to be Boehner, Sully, Parzival, Cadillac, Soroka, Augustus, Hammer, Sledgehammer, Fatless Dig, Smitty, and then F&L Bowling. Only the top 7 were still on the lead lap. You want to talk about a killer pace that the top 3 of Boehner, Sledgehammer, and the 22 of Soroka have been putting down all night long. What a great race. What a great race, Stout.
Absolutely. Now, I was stay green. I think we only have 2 or 3 cautions. I know I was bad about that, but the good thing about Martinsville, spread out. Usually that's how it is at all short tracks. So there's just racing everywhere. Martinsville's one of my favorite places to race on the game, mainly because I live so close to it, and I go to the fall race every year now for the last 16 years. So it's just a special place, man, and they have the best hot dogs.
I'm
Going to
waiting.
get a sack of hot dogs,
so
man.
waiting on those. Yep. Man, yeah, that's. I got a buddy of mine that I've raced with online since '09. His name's Kevin. He actually lives like 10 minutes from the track, and he said, "Yeah, you gotta have a pink dog." I was like, "All right, well, yeah, I hear about them. The people on the broadcast talk about them all the time." Coey is saying that Sully may have an issue finding the booth. Can you please drop down and give the young Padawan a hand?
Padawan.
The young learner. Come on,
Padawan.
Star Wars terms? Come on. Young Padawan learner.
There he is. He made it.
Awesome. All right,
There
so
we
I'm
go.
gonna click over to Discord myself here, and it looks like so far, all right, I see Boehner in here, I see Parzival, and I see Sully. Parzival, you came in P3, right?
Yep, I sure did.
How about that, man? I tell you in pre-race that I really never get a chance to talk to you, and you're like, well, yeah, I'm kind of one of those under the radar kind of guys, whatever. And well, here you are, man. I believe this is your first top three, your first time to the booth in a race. Tell us about your car, man. Tell us about your race.
Yeah, glad to finally be joining you guys here in the. I had a pretty good car. I kind of messed up qualifying a little bit, so I started, about mid pack and just kind of slowly worked my way up. Once I got my setup dialed in, I was pretty fast in the long run, and it was able to, pick a few guys off here and there. Don't think I had anything for Boehner and Soroka. They were both pretty fast, and I think Soroka must have had some issues there on pit road or something that took him out of it. But yeah, it was overall a good race. I didn't make any major mistakes.
Well, I tell you what, I mean, when we were watching a couple of the restarts and I see you're 11 either on the inside or the outside and you're still able to find a gap to get down into the preferred line and start to pull away from those guys that are running side by side and taking their turn, fighting through that bottom line. Man, yeah, you definitely seemed like you had a car that was able to rotate the center really well and get off, and it didn't really seem like you broke loose much, unless it was just what I was seeing on the stream on my side. But man, your first top three. This is going to be a great points night for you. You were behind, or actually you were tied with Bill's Legend as far as points went. You were just ahead
Hey,
of
Pete.
Cole 315. Yes, sir.
Pete, this is actually Parsifal's second top three, I think.
Is it?
Yes,
No,
I'm
it's
pretty.
it's my first.
It's your first.
Got a couple top
I feel
fives,
like
but
okay.
first
I
time
feel like I
cracking
got
the
to
top
talk
three.
to. I feel like I got to talk to you before in the booth, man. Maybe I'm just losing my mind. I'm sorry, Pete.
They they all bleed into each other, man. I get you. But no, man, congrats on your first top three. You got any shout outs, sir?
Yeah, thank you, and just want to shout out to my teammate Thad Lee, who's out on hand surgery right now. Hopefully, he gets better soon and comes back in a couple of weeks. And King Outbreak, and just thanks to all the NNR guys and Pete Stout. You guys do a great job out here in the booth.
Man, we absolutely appreciate it.
Thanks, sir. Thank
Uh,
you.
yeah, Stout, you want to roll with Shadowlack?
Yeah.
I'm sorry,
So
I'm
was
sorry,
was
Sully rather. I apologize.
Solo.
Oh,
So
what
Soli,
was the question?
man. Soli, dude. Was this your first race in NNR?
This was my first race in NNR,
That's
and
awesome. That's awesome, dude.
yeah,
Well, tell me a little bit about the experience. Not only racing guys, but this being your first race in NNR. I mean, did it live up to everything you've heard?
well,
Uh,
that's what I was looking for. I've been a part of several leagues, and man, there just seems to be a lot of drama, or just a lot of guys that don't respect other drivers on the track, and that's what I've seen the whole time I was racing. There was a lot of give and take. If somebody ran you down, they let you go, and I really appreciate that type of racing. This is where I want to be. That's for sure. I feel bad for the 8 car. I think that's Soroka. Am I correct?
that's Augustus.
Okay. Well, yeah. He called it. He was going into pit road there, and I didn't know that it being in a different paint scheme and about damn near wrecked him, and so I feel bad about that. But I'm ready to hit the shower because that was pretty stressful.
I
And
hear you, dude.
man, my first race in, and you don't want to get a bad impression or a bad rap. So, I try to be really respectful on the track. I practice a lot, so that kind of showed tonight.
No, that's awesome, Sully. Well, dude, P2 first race. Hey, you want to go over?
Yeah.
Any
Thank you.
shout outs to anybody?
Uh, are you talking to Sully? Man,
Yes, sir.
I don't even know the name of the guy that I was talking to on Facebook to get me in here. I believe it was the owner, and I want to thank him for giving me a chance to get in here. I don't really know everybody else, so I'm looking forward to getting to know the group. And and running some laps with them, getting ready for races.
Yeah, Coey was absolutely interested in where you were running tonight. So, I mean, if you go back and you watch the stream and you kind of read the chat as it goes along, he wanted to know where you were and how you were doing and whatnot. So, it sounds like you're talking about the right person. That would be Coey, the community owner.
Yeah, well, shout out to him for sure
Well, there you
for giving
go.
me a shot.
I got to tell you, the only other person to do any better in their first race was Duncan, and that was just a few races ago when he won the Roval. So to finish up P2 on your first race here in NNR, congratulations, sir.
Thank you very much. Proud to be here.
Welcome. And then the one and only Boehner.
Hey, how's it going, Pete?
Boehner, 3 out of your last 4, huh?
Yeah, on a roll.
On a roll. You're picking them up, laying them down. Another great points night. I mean, Soroka was able to lock down both of the first 2 stages. Just unfortunately was not able to complete the sweep. You got max points. Your third win on the season out of the last 4 races. You're picking it up. You're getting hot right when we're in the middle of the regular season. Next week or Saturday night rather, not even next week. We're going to be heading to the All-Star race. You're already a lock. Tell us about your race tonight and how you prepared for it.
Yeah, well, I've been actually doing a lot of the Bristol Pro League qualifying stuff. So,
Saw
truth be
that.
told, I think I did about 90 minutes worth of practice before the race. Just chose a preset that I thought would work and rolled the center, and fortunately, it held up through those runs too. So that was surprising. I truthfully did not think I was going to be that good here tonight. I thought top 5, top 10 would be all right with me, but man, I don't know. Maybe word got out for the wrong preset. I don't know, but a lot of guys were. It looked like not able to do what my car was able to do through the center of the corner. So I think I just got lucky, to be honest.
Yeah, it really seemed like there was only one car that was able to run you down, and you hit the nail right on the head. He was strong in center off as well. He was really, I mean, his tires looked like they were guides for the curb. And that was the 22 Soroka. The other car that really was up there was Cadillac. He he hit that red, white, and blue machine that he was running tonight seemed really strong as well. But man, you were able to click it off. These points are really just falling your way. I did see um, your message, I believe, Facebook between you and Finest working on your Bristol setup. You were top 10, something like that.
Yeah, I think I'm sitting ninth before this race. Who knows? I might have dropped out at this point. But I think I still got something left in there. I think a top 5 is actually within
Yeah,
reach. So got 24 hours to do it.
yeah. I think you said something that 42 may actually be within range. So man, I
I'm about to practice with these guys, man.
yeah. I was actually
Real
just gonna
quick,
say you may want to get Stout in there. Um, and
sorry, Pete, didn't mean to cut you off there.
that's great. Go
Finish your
ahead.
thought.
No, go ahead.
Okay, okay. I just wanted to say I didn't really get a chance to talk much about the race, but man, I hope that was a good show. The end of stage 1. I think Soroka and I just really battled it out, and I always enjoy racing with him, and I enjoy racing with Cadillac too. So hopefully, I don't know, he might have been upset that I got in the back of him a few times, but it was just my car was rolling the center so much better, and it's just tough at that track when guys are just on the gas at different points and hard on the brakes in front of you. It just can be tough. So hopefully everyone's feeling okay about that, and hopefully the fact that I was able to win by 6 seconds or so on the field at least showed how much patience I was trying to have when I was behind some guys there. But I was just, it's a tough track. And
Yep.
anyways, hopefully it was a good show for everyone.
It was actually really good. I'm glad that I'm Stout. I'm glad that you were able to start off from in the car and then work your way up to call the rest with me. Man, I'm hoping that you'll actually be able to run the rest of the Xfinity races with me, like you had planned on doing. You got anything for Boehner?
Nah, Vayner, man, good stuff. I was actually talking to Pete there, man. You this extra practice. I think it's really just translating over for you. Just talking, bragging on you about how well you ran last week at New Hampshire and how you and I ran each other there at New Hampshire for, I don't know, from 6th to 10th. It's always seemed like. So, nah, man, it's just, I mean, to say I'm super proud of you. That just sounds weird, but I'm happy. I'm happy to see you doing well.
Love racing with you, man. Love racing with just about everyone in this league. So it's been great. So like I said, hopefully everyone's feeling okay after Martinsville. I know that I'm sure the guys with even worse handling race cars were bouncing off each other. So wondering what's going on in the post race meeting as much as everything else. Happy to be in the booth just to miss that. So thanks, guys.
No, you're very welcome.
Shout out to my teammates too. Yeah.
Yep, I got to tell you, Mountaineers in chat. I mean, he's screaming up a storm. Boehner, woo! Kind of unfortunate for Soroka is what Coey's saying, and Mountaineer saying, Stout, your car killed him, just like you thought. Went just before.
Wait, who said that?
Mountaineer.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that was a bummer about Soroka there at the end too. I think he got a speeding penalty, and I knew when I was coming out of the pits and I see him coming out not too far ahead of me, I was like, well, that stinks because we were probably going to have a good finish there. So, yep, Soroka, good job, man. Even though you're not in the booth here.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, Soroka, he's another one that's been racking up the points. He's definitely narrowed down the points that he's behind in both the truck and Xfinity series. He understands you can't win them all, but he's still strong every week. What you call it? I think that's Shadowlack saying thanks. Stout, I could be wrong. He's the only one with the really dark blue font saying, thanks, Stout. We appreciate you running the scheme. And I'm sorry, it's Master Killer saying, thanks, Stout. We appreciate you running the scheme and with the team. So, and then also Barrow A66. Thank you very much for the follow. As for me, guys, well, I am looking forward to one more right here Thursday night, 9 o'clock, hopefully with the one and only HD Motorsports, where these Cup guys, we got about 30 cars, if I'm not mistaken, that are going to tackle this paperclip half mile one more time under the lights. The track looks amazing. I wish we had the blimp view, kind of like what they had in the Pro League races last year. It looked amazing from up high. But yeah, one more race here, and then please go to nnrleague.com. Click on the cast your vote. It's in the top left of the website, I believe. You can only cast your vote one time for the driver you want to see make it to the All-Star race, even if they don't finish in the top 3 in the exhibition race. The exhibition race starts 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time, where the top 3 again from there will move on to the main. The main should start right around 8 o'clock. It's 100 laps. Stage is on. 3 times wear. 18 cars right now are locked in. 3 cars make it from the exhibition to the main, and then 3 cars get voted in. That's how we're coming to the field of 24. I'm sorry, 4 times wear. Sorry, Coey. I forgot that change was made recently. And then, yeah, between now and then, guys, I'm going to catch you on the track. Y'all take it easy. Good luck.